often ask me how I go from this to this.
My clip-ins. I'm gonna put my clip-ins. I'm gonna show you guys how I put my clip-ins in my hair. This is my hair freshly co-washed using Whisper Whip Hydration. That's right. And now I'm going to use the Whisper styling foam to actually marry the clip-ins that I have with my own texture. And I'm going to use the Whisper Edge Control to lay my edges down, along with the Whisper styling foam. Watch this. Now here are my clip-ins.
Now, before you get started, let me just say first of all that you need to make sure that your clip-ins match your texture. My texture is a 3A, which means that I have a S curl pattern, like a 3 S pattern, and my strands are very fine. So I found textures that will actually marry with mine very well. Okay, carry on.
I actually co-washed these yesterday and kind of ran a detangling brush through them slightly while the co-wash was in it, just to kind of loosen it up and make it look a little more natural, okay? I'm gonna put them, notice I don't even use a comb half the time. I'm just kind of using my fingernails, and the parts are not completely straight, because it don't have to be.
This first part is going from temple to temple. I did kind of dip it just a little bit in the back. The part doesn't have to be straight, but as long as the sides match.
Like this. All right. See? As long as these match. Boom, boom. Yep. That's what we have in the back. It's not perfect, but it works.
Now, to many people, clip-ins may be intimidating because of these little clips. So let's just take a look at how to open the clips and close the clips. Really, it's just like a barrette. All you do is grab the sides of it and then bend them backwards. That opens it, and then you push in the middle, that closes it. Or you can push down on the sides once you get it in your head, okay? Just practice that a couple times before we move on to the next step, which is installing your clip-ins. Open, close, open, close. Make sure they're open before you start this process.
All right, so the first one I have is this one. Turn around. Well, let me start here in front. I actually take my clip, I go up first, and then down. Snap. Up first, down, snap. That helps to lock them in. Who's the master? Show enough.
Now that I've got that first clip in, I'm going to start with my next section by parting another section out, just maybe a ½ inch or so. This really depends on the length of your hair and your texture. So if your hair is thicker, you may want to do smaller sections. If it's thinner, you may want to do larger sections, or vice versa. And I'm just putting my hair out of the way again and getting ready to start with the second section. But before that, I do that, I'm going to actually add the Whisper styling foam. Do you see that blend? Oh my God. So I love using the foam because it's not going to make my hair crunchy. I won't be adding too much product that's going to make the clip-ins start to look weird as well. So that's why the foam is an excellent choice for me when I'm marrying my own texture. As you can see, I'm just continuing with the process, parting out sections as I go. And notice after I get the second or third row of clip-ins in, I start to part my hair a different way, which is just basically going across the U in the back. just like that. So now I'm just kind of making straight across parts on the U. Depending on the type of clip-ins that you use, you may want to take the smaller pieces and just match them to create that U part, because not all of your extension wefts are going to be long enough to cover a full U. So you just take the smaller pieces and customize them where you want. Meanwhile, just continuing to blend your hair with the styling foam and working your way up to the top of your head. I'm going to do a middle part in my hair, but I can do a side part if I like. You just basically have to map it out and decide where you want it. But this is coming together nicely. Depending on where you get your clip-ins from, you may need 2, sometimes even 3 bundles of clip-ins, because they may not come with enough to cover your whole head or give you the volume that you're looking for. I typically use 2 bundles because I love the volume in my hair, and that's perfect for me. Now, to complete my style, I'm just going to use the Whisper Styling Edge Control to just lay my edges down and just marry everything. You don't have to do this, it's not a necessary step, but I like to do it on mine just because once I style my hair out, it just feels a little more complete to me. But everybody's not into laying their edges down, or baby hairs, or whatever you want to call them, but sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not. That's your prerogative. My prerogative that day was to lay my edges down, so I did.
So here's a little trick that I do. I'm using the Whisper conditioner, actually. Load in my hands, and right on top of the foam, just pull that through just to keep it soft. The blend is crazy.
I hope this tutorial was helpful for you guys. I know that clip-ins can be intimidating, but once you get the hang of it, you can have so much fun and switch your look up just like I do.